Bayou Time Sports is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda and Barker Kia.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bayou Time Sports. We are very lucky. We got to sit down with one of the old-timers in the area. He won't mind me calling him that. Very experienced Coach Shelly Thibodaux of Central Lafourche High School, leading the Trojan program, and somebody new to the area. Although he's not new necessarily to our area as an athlete, one of the best athletes to ever come out of our area was Lowell Narcisse. He takes over the Thibodaux High program. We talked to both Coach Narcisse and Coach Thibodaux about what we might expect from their teams, the Tigers and the Trojans, this upcoming year.
I am so happy to be joined by Lowell Narcisse, new head coach at Thibodaux High. How's it been for you? Did you get there in the spring?
Did you have there in January, right after the snowstorm? So I tell people all the time, man, when I first got there, I felt like I was drinking from a fire hose, just kind of trying to process everything and trying to fix everything at once. And so it's finally slowing down and kind of be able to kind of get my feet underneath me a little bit. So I'm enjoying it so far.
Do you feel like, because when you got out of school, you were an offensive coordinator for a while, and then you move into, Ascension CAF, like where you get to be a head coach, and obviously it's a great program, but it was still single-A football, like the steps to get to a 5A school. Do you think that's been beneficial for you? Do you think it would have been any different if right when you get out, if you're in San Antonio and you come over here and you're at Thibodaux High? Like, is there some benefit to kind of following the path you followed?
I do. When I first got out of school, I coached in Texas for 2 years at a school called Columbus High. I had a great mentor named Matt Shovel. Plays in the NFL for maybe 9 years. They actually just won a state championship this past year. So I was able to work with him for 2 years, and then going to East Extension for a spring semester and going to. I tell people all the time, me coaching at Cincinnati, they probably prepared me the most for this job, because coaching at those smaller schools, you have to be the laundry guy, the defensive coordinator, the offensive coordinator. You got to cut the grass. You got to do all of those things. And so it forces you how to compartmentalize and how to focus on just the whole picture as a whole, when not feeling like you have to overwhelm yourself. And so I think me going there helped me kind of break down the job that I'm at now into pieces to prepare myself for where I'm at now.
Very good. Have you been happy with, the spring, the summer, talking about your team in general and the things that you think y'all are doing well, and maybe some things y'all have to work on?
We have everything we need for us to be successful. I think our own biggest enemy right now is ourselves, just believing that we can do some of those things. And that comes from winning. When you haven't won in so long, it's hard to believe you can do those things. And so just trying to get those guys to believe in themselves, and how you do that by finding success. And so teaching them the process of what it takes to get to have success. Don't focus on the outcome, focus on the process of what it takes to get those outcomes. And so they bought into the things that we've asked to do. And now we're putting one foot in front of the other and continue. I've seen the progress from the time I got there in January to where now, and so all I keep challenging those guys to do, let's stay on this upward slope. Don't get conceited where we are now.
I saw where you actually had the moms out there, and they were taking care of their sons a little bit, giving them the business on the field, but it's sort of a camaraderie thing. Is that something that you thought important? Was that your idea, or somebody said, let's do this to sort of get the parents and everybody involved? Because truthfully, over the last few years, we didn't see that at Thibodaux High.
I think, man, people got to get into I always trying to steal great things from other great head coaches. And so find things that work for me that I can kind of take with me as I continue to grow. And so it's actually, I got the idea from Brock Mathern at East Ascension. And so he had it, and I kind of gave him all the rifle to it. But the moms always enjoy it because, no matter how old they get, they're still going to be that baby boy. And so I think some of the kids get to a point to where, they're too old for head kisses and want to hug their mom. And so I think they kind of give the moms opportunity to see what it's like.
It is my pleasure to have with me Shelly Thibodaux. A lot of you folks know him as POF, coach over at Central Lafourche, and also athletic director.
Yes, sir.
A school that we were talking off air a little bit, but as you talk to the other coaches in the community, the job you guys are doing is really a great job. It doesn't always equate necessarily to wins and losses.
Yeah.
It's a community buy-in, too.
Oh, yes, sir. That's why I've been there so long. I mean, the community, they support you, whatever you got to do. They back you. They back the kids, and that's what it's all about.
I look at your team, and last year I saw you guys play about 4 times, I think it was, in totality. And there were some guys who could play out there that are not going to be back. I know you had a Champagne kid, a Maldonado kid, those type kids. But then I looked at the kids who were sort of playmakers. And I think it sort of all starts with maybe Jeremy Klutz.
Yeah, so he's our leader. He's our guy that's coming back. He's the quarterback, and he's the one that's gonna take the bull by the rings and go on with everything. And we're looking for great things from him. And he's surrounded by a group of guys, skilled guys that I think that can help him out.
Very good. How about the line play?
We lost a lot of we were big up front. But this year we're young. We don't have any seniors this year. But I think we're more athletic. Not as big, but I think we're more athletic with that group of O-line that we got this year. And
I know you were on the defensive side of the ball a lot. Chris kind of takes care of the offensive side of the ball. That being said, I'm going to ask you to speak from an offensive line cap position. What would you think, or in you as a head coach, what do y'all want to get out of that offense this year?
Honestly, we got a coach this year. We got Gavin Adams that came from South Florida.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
an ex-Trojan.
Ex-Trojan, yes, sir. So he played for me and all of that. So we have that going for us. So that's helping out a lot. Chris doesn't have to take all of those kids. So we have an actual coach for them. And Gavin's doing a great job with them. The kids are buying into him. And they're working hard.
Coach Shelly Vidros of Central Lafourche and Coach Loel Narcisse of Thibodaux High. We're hoping for good things for both of those schools this upcoming year. Got to take a break. We'll be back after this timeout.
This segment was brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda and Barker Kia.